All right, awesome. Okay, welcome to tonight's team call. So the kind of three or four things I want to go over are how many new contacts you made this week, how many people you talked about the business to, right? Because we're all in this diamond push group and we're pushing to get coaches. So I want to know how many times you put the business in front of somebody. And your biggest success and your biggest failure this week. So those are the things I want to go over. So I'm just going to go down the line and we're going to chat with everybody and see where everybody's at. So Brandy, you are my first one on my screen. So go ahead.
Hi.
Perfect. Hi.
Okay, so I know it's only Tuesday, and I haven't gotten a very good start.
Well, even from like this week from last week, it doesn't have to be like this week, Monday to today. Like I guess were you on the call last Tuesday?
I was not. I had
You're,
come.
Okay. All right. So just, I guess, from the last week. So say maybe from Thursday or for whenever, just the last week.
I've made 6 new contacts.
Okay.
Low number. So, and as far as my success for the week is, I've added. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I added 4 of those contacts to a challenge group.
Okay.
My, I guess, failure or the low is I didn't mention the business.
You
I
did
don't
it.
know why.
You
I did
did
not mention the business.
it. Okay. So how come you didn't bring the business up? Or how come you haven't talked to anybody about the business?
Part of it was my fear. I was like, to myself, I'm thinking, well, maybe if I get them in the challenge group first, so they see what it is that I do, because it's my first challenge group that I'm running by myself,
Okay.
that maybe that will kind of let them see what it is that I do, and then I can ease them into it.
Okay. So how did you start as a coach? Were you in a challenge group and
I
became a
started,
coach or?
actually, I did them both at the same time.
Okay. So what made you want to be a coach and do everything at once?
I was at a very low place health-wise. Just
Okay.
had a lot of anxiety and dizziness, a lot of health issues going on that I couldn't explain.
And
And
how does being a coach and like being involved in all of this kind of, I guess, make it worth it?
it helps, it holds me accountable, and that was the only way I was able to stick with something.
Okay, so when you're inviting somebody into the business, that's what you're inviting somebody into. So I was kind of the same way when I started the business. It was I needed to get my health in check and my weight and all that stuff. But once I was introduced to a challenge group and a coach group and all that stuff, that's kind of what made me stick to the business because of all the support. And my family was very toxic and I didn't have a lot of support from anybody ever. So once I got introduced to Beachbody and our team, and at that time we were the Bombshell Dynasty, we were real small. We had like 300 people and it was like this. So when you're inviting somebody into it, that's what you're inviting somebody into. So don't be scared of the business and, signing up and all of that stuff. Just when you're talking to somebody about that, like that's what you're bringing them into. Like, come be part of my family. It's amazing support group. You're spending the same exact money anyway. I can, you can save money on Shakeology. I can teach you how to talk to 2 people and make the money back so you're not coming out of pocket at all for anything.
That's true.
Yeah, so just when you literally have to let go of that fear of like a business or like network marketing or whatever, just kind of like let all that stuff go and just feel like you're inviting somebody into this. Because like once somebody gets on a team call and they see it and they hear it and they hear everybody's story, they're like, oh my God, it's like a whole nother world I knew nothing about. So that's what you have to think of when you're inviting. So, yeah.
And the fact that I haven't been on a team call in a couple of weeks really slowed me down some.
Yeah.
Jumped back on one. I was on another one yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It really helped pump me up a little more.
Oh, you have them. I'm telling you, that's why we push these calls so much, because the more you are connected to the national wake up call and to these team calls or your regular team calls, the more you're connected to, the more, feel you have. Because I mean, this business is hard. You're talking to people all day. You're dealing with so many people's emotions and problems. And you know what I mean? Nobody comes into this business saying like, okay, I'm perfect. I'm healthy. I'm the weight I want to be. I have no problems my whole life. Like nobody comes into that business, into this with that. You know what I mean? Everybody has some kind of problem and some kind of something going on. So like you're dealing with all these other people's stuff. So the more you disconnect from team calls or even a national wake up call, you're going to just like kind of let all that stuff kind of take you over. So you have to get plugged into this to kind of like, okay, I can handle this, kind of recharge your batteries and get plugged in. That's reason why we push these calls. And, where I know Nikki was a little stern last week and I was a little stern today saying like, we have so many people in this group and I only had 7 people commit to the call. Like that's unacceptable. Like literally these groups, we love to do them and we love to help all you guys and talk to you and help you grow your business. But like you have to be involved or else it's not worth it. It's not worth it for you and it's not worth it for us. So definitely like set it a goal in your calendar, the national wake up call, your regular team call. I know Nikki does the calls on Thursday night, the elite calls. Get on these calls as much as you can. I'm telling you this, it was the biggest thing that made a huge difference in my business.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what are your goals for this week since you kind of flopped last week?
I'm going to reach out to 10, I'll start at 5 people a day.
Okay. Just now when you say that, just kind of like just talking to them, just starting conversations, like what do you mean when you say that?
Well, forming, and then there are some who I've talked to before about challenge groups, and I had discussed the business with them, and I need to reconnect with those people.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. And definitely put the business opportunity, because you can't change what people do. So like either people join your challenge group or sign you up as a business. You can't control what other people do. The only thing you can control is how many people you talk to and how many people you put the business in front of. So definitely like even if it's like 5 a week, it could be like once a day or once every other day. Definitely set a number that you're going to at least talk to one person a day about the business, because you don't know where people are coming from. So like if you like, well, they may want to get my challenge group and kind of get a seat, but like they could be really struggling, and like making an extra $100 a month like could change their whole life. And if you don't bring that up to people, if you don't even let them know what it is, because most people have no idea what Beachbody coaching is or what we do or anything about it. Like that could be like $100 a month is a big deal for people. So like that's what you have to think about when you're inviting people into the business. And don't prejudge. Ask everybody. Every single person I talk to, I bring up the business about, because I love the business. It's changed my life 110%. So like I feel like if I don't share the business side with people, if I bring them in just as a customer, then it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I know the whole big world of it. And I just feel like, well, if you just kind of get a little taste of it and get into my team page and see what it's about, then it could possibly change your life too.
Well, one of my coaches was somebody I never talked the business to.
Uh-huh.
Took me by surprise completely.
And they wanted to do it?
Mm-hmm.
See? You didn't even know. All right. So this week you got to let go of that fear, and I want you to invite at least 5 people to the business, or talk about the business to 5 people.
Will do.
Good?
Good.
You're ready? You're focused? You're like back in it? All right, good.
No company in town.
All right, good. Well, if they come, just tell them you need an hour to yourself. Go to Starbucks. Go to Starbucks for an hour. They can survive.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, Melissa, you're up next, babe.
Okay, sorry, I had to unmute.
All right, go ahead.
So,
Let me talk about the business and your success and failure.
I've only talked to one person in particular about the business. She was telling me that she wanted to be in the sneak peek group, so I stuck her in there, but she never even...
We can't hear you. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
You're off mute, but I can't hear you. Can you
Um,
guys hear her? Is it just me? Oh, you guys can hear her? Oh, geez. Hold on. Let me focus. All right, try. Oh.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, Melissa, talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I got really scared there. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I only talked to one person this week about the business. She
Okay.
wanted a sneak peek group. Well, not mine, but one of the sneak peek groups. So we put her in. Never even like participated or anything. And then yesterday she liked a comment about the challenge group. So I contacted her today, and she was just like, "Oh, well, my husband's out of work. That's why I wanted to look into the coaching group, the coaching thing." But she's like, "I just can't afford it, and I don't have time, and all this stuff, yada yada yada." And she wants to try Shakeology, but she can't do it until her husband goes back to work. And I told her about the whole coaching thing. You get a discount, you would make money, but she just, I guess, is not ready to do that right now.
Okay.
As far as new customers, I've been trying to reach out. I had almost 100 people like my before and after photos last week.
Okay.
So I kind of used Stephanie's approach and like personally messaged them individually, just like thank you for the support, and tried to like build a conversation on that. Half of them didn't even reply. The other half did reply, but I didn't really get anywhere.
Okay.
So I didn't get anything out of that. I didn't message all of them. I'm still kind of working. 100 people is a lot of people to reply to. So I'm still working off of that list. Like I wrote everybody down, so I'm working off of that list.
Okay.
Time management is still a huge difficult for me, especially this week, because no, I didn't have Bella. She's on vacation, but I was picking up extra hours at my other job. So I was literally going from one job to the next job. So there wasn't much time for Beachbody in there. I mean, I tried to squeeze it in. I definitely got my my personal development, like the audio when I was driving, and I did, my workouts every day, and I tried to contact a couple people here and there, like in between work, but I wasn't on top of my game per se.
Okay. So what your biggest success and failure?
Well, that was my failure because of the whole time management thing. So, I don't really know if I really had any successes this week, to be honest with you.
Okay. So what?
Workouts every day.
You stuck to your workouts every day?
My workouts and my personal development.
Well, that's huge because, I know you're a crier just like me. So we have to work extra hard on the personal development. But, all right. So what are you going to do about this time management thing? You have to get it under control or else it's never going to work as a business.
Yeah. And next week's going to be even worse because Bella comes back on Thursday. I'm on vacation. My stepbrother's going to be in from Colorado. So, like, everything's just going to be crazy. So next week's going to be even worse as far as time management goes. But
are you waking up early to get your workouts in?
I haven't this week, but I definitely am next week. Because if I don't wake up early, I'm not even going to get that done. So
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. And maybe you can get up. Yeah, like get up early and get like a 30-minute workout in and at least get 30 minutes of Beachbody time in. Yes. Just because if you miss a whole week, you're going to fall behind and then it's the end of the month. And
yeah, I know.
Plus August is such a hard month. I know like everybody's numbers are down across the whole company. Like we were talking about it in the leadership groups. Like it's a hard month because everybody's on vacation and they're getting ready to go back to school and they're spending money on school supplies and clothes and all that stuff. So it's a hard month anyway. So you really got to work extra hard this week and next week or else you're going to lose the whole month.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only at success of 2 right now.
Me too. I know.
I success up last month. So I really need to push.
Yeah.
But, so what was I was just going to say something and I forgot what I was going to say. I don't know. But I definitely have to push for next week. Oh, that was what I was going to say. I know a lot of people from out in the Midwest and stuff, out by one of my coaches is from Missouri. So I know people from out there and in Midwest kind of thing, and they all went back to school already.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to contact some of them and be like, hey, how are the kids doing in school? How's everything going? Did you guys get settled down? What's going on?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Those people this week because they're already in school.
Yeah, because they're already looking to get back into their routine. So yeah. All right, good. So that's a good game plan for this week and next week. Definitely hit up those people, and you gotta get that extra hour in a workout and Beachbody. You gotta especially next week's gonna be crazy. There's no more messing around because the month is already halfway over.
I know. So
All right, good. What are you reading for personal development?
I'm not reading anything right now.
Or
You know,
listening to? Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've been just like back and forth with different YouTube videos.
Okay.
I listened to a few Lindsay Stay videos. Love her. A couple like the Maxwell. Is that Maxwell guy?
John C. Maxwell, yeah.
John Maxwell and what's the other one? Anthony Robbins.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. All right, good. Keep that. Stay consistent with it.
Okay.
All right, awesome. All right, Jennifer, you're up next, darling. Yes.
Or if there was another Jennifer, it was just me. So
Not that I can see.
okay.
All right, girl. How many new contacts that you had? How many people to talk about the business and your success and failure?
New customers, they just come, on because they see me posting and whatever. But 6 new people that I actually reached out to, just randomly messaged them on Facebook. It was 6 new people that, I haven't been in contact with before that I just like randomly messaged. So,
Okay.
3 people that I talked about the business with. I have a customer. She's an older woman. I actually go to the gym with her, and she was on Shakeology before, and then she switched me as her coach because she wasn't in contact with her coach. So I brought it up to her the other day because I'm like, you drink Shakeology every day. She's bought in 2-3 day refreshes, and she had great results with it. So I'm like, you should just consider being a coach. You don't have to be crazy active in it at first, but I mean, why not get the discount if you're buying all this product?
Okay, good.
And then 3 other people, one of my other customers, I've been talking to her about it. She's actually, I think, going to sign up to be a coach at the end of the month. So
Perfect.
that's good. My goals this week are just to talk to 5 people new a day. Like I said, I just randomly will message people on Facebook and say, hey, if it's somebody that I don't really know, I'll friend request them. And if they accept my friend request, I'll just say, hey, thanks for accepting. I'm just becoming a Beachbody coach. I'm trying to expand my network. And like, surprisingly, people have I've probably had some people that ignore it, but I do have people that say, oh yeah, I'm really interested, because a lot of people are afraid to, I think, ask you about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think a lot of them wait for us to talk to them, which I know it's scary sometimes, but I've gotten to the point where I'm like, oh, well, you either say no or you talk to me.
Well, exactly. And that's how everyone should approach it, because it's such a life-changing thing. And I feel like if you're not inviting people into this, like, they have no idea and they're not going to ask you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, so I see you're making all this money with Beachbody. Like, how can I do this? Like, most people aren't going to do that. And I know I was invited into this and asked to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So everybody would much rather have an invitation than invite themselves. So
yeah. And I'm one of those people, like my coach, Allison, literally talked to me for 6 months before I was just like, I just kept putting her off. And then one day I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And you have to stay consistent with people who you think would be interested in it, because you never know when they're going to say yes.
Right.
That's what I've gotten to the point of. So, and I'm going to keep going with talking to 3 people about the business a week and just staying consistent. I'm not great with time management yet, but I'm getting there. Every Sunday evening, I try to plan out my daily morning posts for all my pages or my groups that I'm a part of, just because it literally, when I first started coaching, I was at the computer or at my phone every morning, and it was just stressing me out. So I was just like, I'm just going to plan it on Sunday for the whole week, and it's done. All I have to do is post it. So
awesome. Do you work full time?
I do work full time. Yeah.
You do. Okay. So are you having a hard time fitting all this stuff in?
Yeah. Sometimes my husband, I think, sometimes is ready to grab me by my head.
Yes.
But I mean, he knows. I'm like, you just have to get through it. He works a lot too, so we don't see much of each other to begin with. But last night was instead of a power hour, it was a 4-hour power hour, because I didn't get to it Sunday. But everything got done, and now I'm pretty much done, other than my calls and follow-ups and stuff through the week. So
perfect. Yeah. And especially with the husbands, they get very needy and whiny with this business. So like when you see them sitting on the couch waiting for you, literally last night I had to shut the computer, and I was in the middle of so much stuff, and I just had to watch TV. You know, like they're like that. You just have to, you know, just let it go. Okay, tomorrow's another day. I'll get to that. No, it's okay. I'll get to that pick monkey thing later and just, so definitely be present where you are with family because they were,
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, for sure. But that's where I'm at with that. And I'm actually just ordered that. I'm excited to start reading that Girl Boss.
Oh, it was really cute. I actually listened to it on audio. She was so cute. Yeah, it was a good book.
Sorry, he's crazy. My husband just told him.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, awesome. So that's a good plan. So you're 3 new people a week or 3 new people a week for coaching. That's great. How many coaches are you at right now?
I have 3 total coaches under me. One is extremely active. And the other one, she's here and there, but she keeps herself active because she stays with her Shakeology and stuff a month. So
okay.
My other one, she kind of just fell off, but I mean.
Okay. And how long have you been a coach?
Since the end of May.
Oh, so you're pretty new. Okay. All right, good. Awesome. All right. All right, perfect. All right. Let me go to Jody. You're next, babe.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, perfect.
My new contacts, I was at home in Pennsylvania for the past 10 days. I just got back yesterday. So I had my daughter's 3rd birthday party. So I actually got all of my family members to hear about it because they kept seeing my posts, but they're like, what is Beachbody? What do you do? What's coaching? They didn't know. So I got to actually one-on-one explain it all to them, which was good. Because I think I got my cousin and my aunt to do it. And while I was home, I got my mom and my sister to sign up. So.
Yeah, I remember on the call last week, you had them sign up, right? Your mom and somebody else?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Definitely that. Business contacts, I have 2 potential, but again, just discount coach, or one's a discount, one's a possible working. I have 5 coaches now, but they're all discount. So I need active coaches in order to hit this milestone.
Yes.
Biggest success, like I said last week, was getting my mom, and she's actually interested because she's not big into exercises or eating correctly. So I was going through the book with her, and we went out and we bought weights and a mat, and like she was getting excited about doing it. Same with my sister. She would text me every day like, I just mixed this with my shake and I got this, and like she's really excited.
Oh, awesome.
And she just started the 3-day refresh. I had her do that too. So she just started that yesterday, and I just started my 3-day refresh today.
Awesome. Okay, so when you're talking to people and getting all these discount coaches, do you talk to them about the business, or you just say, just come on for a discount?
A lot of them are the ones I had signed up as challengers before, and they just want to stay on with the Shakeology.
Okay.
They have full-time jobs, and they're not interested in doing it right now.
Right.
The one that I do have as a potential active is currently out of work. So she is a discount, or she wants to be a discount coach. She's just asking questions, and she just asked to be part of this meet peak group that's going on right now.
Perfect. Okay, good. So when you are talking to people about the business or making posts, do you like talk about it like a business, like you're running an at-home business?
Most of the time, no. It's more for challengers, just to get challenge group ones. Like I said, I've been in Pennsylvania, so my biggest failure of the week by far is not being active with all of Beachbody, including this group. So that's what I did today. I caught up.
Perfect. And how long have you been a coach?
Since the end of June.
Oh my God, you guys are so new. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's definitely going to be like our call to action after this call, is to make some kind of post that talks about Beachbody like a business. So you could just share your lifestyle or how you love it. It's about these groups or bringing people in. Like it could be about anything. You want to live your 9 to 5, but you have to. I made that switch from talking like that, inviting challengers in and having them go through the challenge group and, bringing them in there to coaching. And then last year around this time, I made the switch where I started just talking about it a little bit more like a business. And then I started attracting people who wanted to build it for a business. So when I talk about stuff in my posts, I talk about that you want financial freedom, or you want to leave your 9 to 5, or like today I put that you don't want to put your kids in aftercare or before school care, just like stuff that kind of lets people know like, oh, wait a minute, it's not just like this healthy fitness thing that she's on. Like, she's actually making money doing this, and maybe I can fill up my gas tank once a week. Like, it doesn't have to be like this huge big goal where you paid off all of your credit card debt. It could be small goals that you're doing, or just stuff that has changed within you, but you have to speak about it every once in a while, like a business, to attract people who want to run it for the business.
Yeah, I really understood that this week, because when everybody was asking me like, what do you do as a coach?
Right. I mean,
realized that
yeah,
you have to explain it more.
right. Right, because like we understand, like once you're a coach, like you understand like all the coach lingo and what it means, but like you have to think back before you sign up. Like, you don't know what that means, coaching, and coaching is very, like a hard word. Like, I don't feel like I'm capable of coaching somebody else. Like, my whole life is a mess. Like, how can I help somebody else? But then once you talk to them and say like, no, we all help each other, and listen, we're all a mess and we all just work together. But you have to kind of let people know that what it is, rather than just like join my challenge group and help you lose weight and da-da-da. Like, you need to do that too. But in order to attract people who want to do something else besides a discount, you have to speak about it a little bit as a business. And like I said to Brandy before, don't be scared, because like I think of it as inviting people into this amazing family that we have, that we get to do these calls and we get to help each other out and get to be a part of this amazing thing. So like when you're talking about it like the business, like don't be scared to invite people into this, because it's such a blessing to so many of us. Okay.
Very good. Thanks.
All right. Awesome. All right. Let me go to Kellyanne. You're up next, babe.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
Okay. So I am really trying to harness in on forming. So from Tuesday to Tuesday, I've formed 40 people. I've contacted 40 new people. And out of those 40, sorry, I have a sore throat. Out of those 40, 13 have like started a conversation with me. I feel like I've exhausted my Facebook friends. I feel like I've just always inviting them. I've gotten people from there, but I feel like I need to expand outward and really focus more of my intentions on this point on being genuine and getting to know them before I talk to them about a challenge group or the business or anything like that. I want them to see that I have good intentions. So that's kind of where I'm at with the forming. Over the last week, I've talked to about 5 different people about the business, and I have like 2 or 3 that are semi-interested, but it's really, really hard to get in contact with them or set up a time to talk. 2 of them I've spoken to a few times about it, but they seem interested, but I don't really know what's going on, and they're just really, really busy, or maybe they're just still very apprehensive. That's kind of like where I'm struggling the most, I think, is trying to find people that are going to want to actually work the business as a business. I lost one of my coaches this week. That's a big failure for me. And she just decided not to talk to me about it first, and she's a friend, and I don't even know why she did that. Like, we could have rectified it and stuff, but she just felt like she couldn't do it, and she just quit. I tried to talk to her about it afterward, just to let her know that if she ever wanted to come back, that was fine by me, and I would help her. And then I have another girl who's a discount coach, and she teeters off and on. So really, I only have like 2 people. My mom signed on, and I'm running her business and adding people to it. And I have another coach, and she's an Emerald coach. So I'm just really try to find people that want to be serious about it.
Okay, awesome. Well, I mean, you did a great job of inviting and forming, and that's what it is. You're honestly, you had 40 people you talked to, and you talked to 13. You're going to get 1 out of 10. So you did more than 1 out of 10. So that's great. When you say that you're running your mom's business too, what does that mean?
She's letting me, she's giving me permission to add people, coaches
Add people
to
as
her.
coaches or customers.
Yeah, and me be their coach. Mhm.
Okay, so don't add anybody underneath anybody else until you have your coaches set up first. So don't
Right.
worry about building her business until you've built your own.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if you have a coach who wants to sign up and you're like, oh, do I sign them up under me or my mom? Sign them up under you until you have, like, until you're right about to get diamond. So say you have, 6 solid coaches, then you're like, okay, if I sign another discount, I can get that person to my mom to get her to Emma. But definitely always focus on your own business center first. Make sure it's set and solid, and then put something under somebody else. Because if you put it's all going to help you eventually. But in this push to diamond, you have to have your foundation first before you can build anybody else's. So don't worry about that yet. It's a great spot to have, and you can always work on it as your second business, but don't worry about that yet.
Okay.
And there's something else I want to ask you. How long have you been a coach?
Since December of 2013.
Okay, and how else are you building your business besides Facebook?
I've tried Instagram, but I'm just so overwhelmed by trying to post an Instagram and Facebook at the same time a lot that I have problems with that.
Okay.
And I have a blog. I do blog.
You do blog. Okay, perfect. So just stick to Facebook and blogging. Don't worry about Instagram. Only do 2 forms of social media, and if you love blogging, do it and post your blog on your Facebook. But the thing with Facebook is, like you said, you feel like you've exhausted all of your Facebook friends. You have to keep building your network. You have to add 5 new people a day or have 5 people friend request you. And a great way to build your friend requests, to build your contact list, is to go into groups. So stuff that's kind of you or about you or your TV show or pets, or they have groups for everything. And just say, I have a mom group, and they're like, hey, I just need some more mommy friends on my friend list. Feel free to send me a friend request. And you get boom, 20, 30 new friends. And it's all people you don't know from all over the place. So definitely you have to expand your Facebook friends so you don't just talk to, the 100 or 300 people that you have now. Also, you want to go to your friends list and somebody's not on mute.
That's my husband.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So that's okay. It just threw me off. So you definitely want to go to your friends list and people you have in common, send them friend requests. You just have to be careful with friend requests because you can get on Facebook timeout where you can't message anybody you're not friends with. So don't go crazy and add 30 new people a day, but definitely it has to be a focus on keep on expanding your friend list.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I feel like you're doing great. How do you feel like you're doing?
I feel like I'm doing better. I just want to try to learn how to approach people about the business more effectively. And
right. Okay.
One good thing that I did was when I posted this past week about how I paid for my inspection and my emissions and my brakes for my car with the money from Beachbody, and how I didn't have to use a credit card. And people responded to that. But then one of my friends today I saw in person mentioned it to me, and she was like, that's impressive.
See, and that's what I want to post. Okay, so after the group, I'm going to copy and paste what I just posted, and that's what's going to bring people into your life. So I don't want you to post hey, I made $43 this week with Beachbody. That, they're not going to think that's significant, but stuff like that, if you buy new tires for your car, if you fill up your gas tank, your lifestyle changes. It's what's going to attract people to the business because they can relate. Oh my God, I need to get an inspection. I don't have an extra $150 to get, but you did it with this extra money. So stuff like that is what is going to attract people into the business because they can relate to it.
Right.
That's always an extra car stuff is always an extra added expense that everybody has to deal with, and everybody usually throws it on a credit card for 4 new tires or whatever it is. So definitely stick with stuff like that. That's what's going to attract people into your business because they can actually see all of the stuff you're doing, and then you're getting this reward at the end. They can see it from their end. Right. Awesome. And that's what's going to get you the most feedback or the most likes is just, your lifestyle changes. Your transformation pictures and your challenge group stuff is great. Once you post something about your kids or stuff like that, that's what people can relate to. So that's what they're going to be attracted to. Then you're not like everybody else just trying to sell them something. Then you're just being you, sharing your life, and then people can relate to it. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. I'm glad you had that realization because that's what the whole business is about.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right. Let me go to Kristen. You're up next, girl. You're still on mute.
Okay, I
There you
think I
go.
got it.
There
Can
you
hear
go.
me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you. Yep.
So I have been trying to add at least 3 new contacts a day.
Okay.
Adding friends through Facebook or wherever I meet people, and I bring it up everywhere.
Okay.
The as far as talking about the business, I actually hadn't been good at that at all. Because I don't know, I don't know, maybe I had a stigma in my own mind, like it just felt weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it does
So
feel
I
weird.
had
That's what I'm telling you
listened.
guys. Don't get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Yeah. So then I listened to the call 2 weeks ago, just last week, the one that Nikki had put together with, oh my gosh, I forget her
Leanne?
name right now.
Leanne with the curly hair?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when she had started talking about just ask people, I that night went and asked 25 people if they'd be interested in coaching. And I just sent them a simple Facebook message like, hey, I'm having a coaching at a glance group. Thought maybe that you would be interested. You'd be a great coach. Would you ever be interested in learning about it? And like out of 25, 8 of them said yes. So that leads me to my next thing. I started my first coaching sneak peek group.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
that's
huge
going.
victory.
I know. So, well, and I needed that kind of success because I had 2 coaches fall off.
Uh-huh.
One, I don't know what happened to her. Like she was great, and then she's not responding. So I don't know. I have to figure out what happened with her. The other one was a discount coach, so it's not a huge shock, but it was interesting because I completely shifted how I thought about the business. Because for a long time it was okay, get challengers in and then see if they can become discount coaches. And now I'm like, well, that's great, except it's not really doing what I want to do. It's not building my business. Okay, cool, because most of them don't actually end up changing anyway.
Right.
Or staying long term.
Right.
So I did a shift there. So I'm sure I'll see more in the next week because the coaching group will be over, the sneak peek. And I have a couple that I think actually will, hopefully, fingers crossed, become coaches, and they're actually going to be great coaches. So that's cool.
Awesome. And how long have you been a coach?
Well, since March, but I didn't really do anything until probably, I don't know, May.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's totally fine. And definitely, that's why like discount coaches are great, and bringing people on for the discount is great. But they're not gonna build your business. And like Leanne said, like you're losing money bringing them on. So like, yes, discount coaches are great, but you can't build a whole diamond business on discount coaches because one person cancels a Shakeology and the whole thing falls. And I've seen it happen countless times. It's not even worth your energy. The anxiety at, Wednesday at, you're up all night trying to fill that spot or place an order or get them to place an order. And it is such a nightmare. It's not even worth it. So yes, you need discount coaches. And yes, you bring them into the business that way if they want to, but you have to start talking about it like a business and just ask people. Most people have no idea what they're doing. And one thing I want to bring up about you and Kellyanne, the people who join your business now in the beginning are not going to be the people who are with you a year from now. So when people quit, you have to just let it go. You have to just bless and release and say, okay, because they're not going to be with me a year from now. And I'd rather have them quit right now when my business is small than have them quit when my big business is big. And I really kind of counted on them. So like, yes, it sucks to lose a coach, but you're going to lose them. It's business, right? You're not going to have victory every single time. So as much as it sucks and people fall off and, delete their things on Facebook, I've had it happen to me a million times. It's what it is. Okay, I'm really sorry it wasn't for you. And it doesn't make me a bad coach. It just makes them that's not what they were ready for in their life or whatever their reason is. But it's not a reflection on you. So don't let it go to your head.
Yeah, good. Because I did for a minute and then I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, you do, because you feel like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Did I not give them enough? And you'll quickly learn in this business, there is going to be coaches that really need you and they're really whiny and they need your attention and they don't stick around anyway. So like you focus your energy on the people who show up to calls, who, ask you a million questions, who want to be involved and, show you that they're in the business. That's who you focus your attention on. So you kind of learn how to kind of judge people and where they are in their business and who's kind of worth your time. Because I know I'm crazy busy. I don't have a lot of time to give people. So I'm going to give it to the people who deserve it. So as much as it sucks, just, you know, sorry, I'm sorry you felt that way or whatever happened, but the train's going and I'm going this way. Like, don't come to me a year from now when, you know, I'm retired and living in Florida that you quit a year ago. Like, you had a great spot. You were at the top spot of my business. But you know what's funny is people come around. I've had a lot of coaches quit and then come back a year later or 6 months later. Like, okay, like, oh, wow, she's really still doing this thing. Like, oh, wow, she, you know, put her kid in private school and she went to like, they still come around. So just, you know, let it go.
Awesome.
And okay, and did you say a 6 NFL? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so are you tracking your business too? Do you know how many contacts you make? Are you using some form of a tracker?
I printed out 1 million sheets of the business tracker.
Okay,
And I've been using it every day, so that's
perfect.
good because I hadn't done that until literally about 2 weeks ago, and now I'm like, okay,
You have to clearly see, okay, crap, I only invited 3 people and it's the end of the week. Like, I have to get my invites up. Like, there's no other way to grow the business if you don't invite people to it. So
Right.
perfect. All right, awesome. Okay, let me jump to Laura Westwood. You are next, darling.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great.
Good. So let's see. I posted my transformation story last week and I got like 21 comments. So I started messaging people who were like, oh, that's so good. I need to do something like that. So that's, yeah, like you said, August is really tough. I'm only at Success Club 2 and I'm usually at like 10 by the first week. So I'm really struggling on that aspect.
Yeah.
But as far as coaches, I've talked to 4 people about like actually building the business, and I got 2 to sign up last week or from Wednesday to now. So I'm at 9 coaches.
Awesome.
So at this point, I just need to work on like getting my business builders to add coaches.
Okay.
Because I have 2. Well, my husband has a coach under him, and then my other friend that started kind of with me, who's building the business, has a coach. So I'm kind of at that point where I need to start building like developing my team.
Right.
So I have to work on that, like how to encourage them or how to get them kind of moving along.
Okay, so are you doing any kind of coach camp or boot camp or getting started right? Are you doing any kind of coach group or do you have your own coach group?
I've been asking my coaches to join, but just this summer, they're all like, well, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks, and I shouldn't really start a group, coach group or whatever. So I'm struggling a little bit with the summertime.
Okay, so do you have your own coach page?
No, I haven't set up my own page yet.
And who is your upline?
My upline is Victoria Bunch, and then Kelly. I can't remember how to say her last name. Brandy Kelly.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely set up your own coach page so you can work, more closely with your coaches and kind of help them, encourage them, and you want them to see you as a leader also. So you're kind of at the point where you're ready to kind of lead your own team. You could still leave them in the other, I don't know if they're in Victoria's group or Kelly's group, but you can leave them in there too until you feel like, okay, I could pull them out. But definitely start doing your own coach group and really work with the people who want to run the business or even team up with your coaches and get some kind of coach group going or do these Zoom calls. You got to do some kind of training with them. So they're just kind of like not signed up and then just kind of lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Biggest success and failure of the week. Well, you said you signed 2 coaches, right?
Yeah, I would say that was a big success.
Okay.
And I have 2 more people that are interested, so I'm just kind of talking to them about it. So definitely switching that mindset from like just discount coaches to like people who want to do it.
Right.
I need to be more consistent about my Facebook post because sometimes I don't post in a day, and it hurts me a lot too. So that's probably one of my failures.
Well, do you post? Do you work? Okay, like stumbling over my words. Okay, do you work full time?
Yeah.
Okay, so try to post like 2 to 3 times a day. Don't make
Okay.
it where you have to do 700 posts. Do once in the morning, like before you go to work, like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Do one at lunch and then do one at night. And like make your invite, like either your challenge group invite or your business opportunity, whatever it is, always at night, because that's when most people are on and you have the chance to kind of go back and forth with them. It's hard. It kind of stinks when you like get a message and they're excited and then you can't get back to the message because you're working. So just kind of don't overwhelm yourself feeling you have to do all that a day. If you just post 3 times a day consistently at those 3 times, it'll be a lot more productive for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. Just, do like morning, like motivation or your workout or whatever, something in the morning, something kind of food or health related at lunch. And then, it's like forming, give a little, and then put your message at the end.
Okay. I like that.
Perfect. All right. Let me jump to Carly. You're up, babe.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I guess new contacts. I try to friend request at least 3 people a day.
Okay.
My biggest success is I have my challengers. I always follow all their posts, and anytime they get a response on any of their transformations, I always friend request those people, and then like a couple of their Facebook posts, and then I'll start talking to them.
Okay.
Talking to people about business. I'm actually in Kristen's Coach Sneak Peek group and have 5 people in it with her in her group.
Awesome.
The first day I didn't even see that they were looking, you can see if who saw the post. And so I group messaged all of them. So I've been in a group message with those 5 too, just to keep them kind of involved in the coach group to make sure they were reading it and they're looking at it. So
Okay.
right now.
Awesome.
My biggest failure of the week, I would say my biggest failure since I've been a coach is personal development. I don't even know how to fit time in because I want to make sure I have time for everything else. I work full time. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and it's where I'm like, I got to give up something, and that's probably what I've done.
Okay. How far do you drive to work?
About 10 minutes.
Okay. Then you have at least 20 minutes of personal development time in the car.
No, I know.
You have to either get Audible or even there's so many free books, like The Slight Edge is on YouTube for free, Audible. So you could just put it on your phone, either connect it to your thing or put headphones in or put on speaker and listen to it in your drive. It's hard when you work full time and you have kids, and it's a lot. Audible is literally the only way I'm able to get it in.
Okay.
I can't. I sit down and read a book at night and I fall asleep. I have to, or like even when I'm like yesterday I was putting away like 5 loads of laundry. I had a book on the whole entire time. Just like when you're doing your kind of regular stuff, it's the only way I can get it done.
Yeah. Okay. Because I can't even finish the book I'm in the middle of now that's not personal development.
Well, okay, well, you got to give up that. You can't be reading books if you're not getting your personal development in. You got to get something.
I don't have time to read that. So,
yeah.
Biggest success this week. I signed my husband up, and I have to go pick it up at the post office. He got packets. I got the packets for the Shakeology for him, and he's not drinking Shakeology yet.
Perfect.
Because I want to use them as samples and trials. And
okay. How long have you been a coach?
Since the beginning of July.
Oh my God, you guys are so new. Oh, geez. Do you guys feel overwhelmed by this?
I'm okay. The team call with her Leanne, she completely overwhelmed me. Natalie's my coach, and I messaged her the next day, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't even.
Okay. Yeah. So this Diamond Push group was supposed to be like for coaches who had a bunch of coaches who are kind of ready for push, not really ready for new coaches to kind of make the push, because it's a lot. It's a lot in the beginning if you have, 3 or 4 discount coaches and nobody really working the business and trying to make this big push. So don't be overwhelmed by this if you're new. I didn't know that you guys were so new at this. But
I have 4 coaches.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, but don't let it overwhelm you. Just do what you can and fit it in, and only post twice a day. Don't feel like you have to do everything at every time. And I know it's a lot in the beginning.
Posting I'm okay with, because
Okay.
I put Facebook before I was a coach like that. So
Right.
I'm kind of just changing some of my posts towards that, and I'm good with that. So
Okay. I know it's a lot, and it's a lot. And Success Club and coaches and Emma, I know it's a lot. So don't get overwhelmed by that. But are you using a tracker of your business?
I have a notebook and I just write everything down.
Okay, so you know, like, how many contacts you had, how many people you follow up with. You like write all that stuff down. How many friends you have, like you know, so you like keep track. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, you guys don't have to use a business activity tracker. You just have to track it some form. So like when we ask these questions, they can see like, okay, you've only invited 5 people this month and you're only at Success Club 2. Like that's why you're only at Success Club 2. You didn't invite us. So that's the way we can kind of see and help you guys grow your business. So awesome. So I feel like you're doing good. Do you feel okay? I know it's a lot, but
I'm glad to hear you say about August, because I had Success Club 10 last month.
it's so hard.
Club 2 this month, and I was like, oh my gosh. But then to hear that August sucks. Which
It
makes
does.
sense.
I'm still at Success Club 2. I sold 1 3-day refresh challenge pack on like the 1st. I mean, I was away, and with my husband's birthday, and I just put my son back in school. So like, I'm busy too. I haven't like the next 2 weeks of my business. I'm really gonna, you know, do the sneak peek and get like back engaged for September. But it's a hard month across the whole board. Like my volume is the lowest it's been in an entire year. So it's just kind of, you know.
That was good to hear. So
Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right. Let me jump to Sandra. You're up, girl.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so my biggest success, I want to start with that because I'm super excited about this one, was that I got another coach to sign with me.
Awesome.
And this that I had contacted it back in April when I first started, and she was a friend of mine from years ago. And she was really excited. Oh, I want to help you. I'll buy something. And she bought T25 and then bought a challenge pack with Pio after that. And love with Shakeology, joined as a coach, and has been like on fire since like Thursday. And it was almost like she almost consumed my whole weekend with helping her, you know, get online, understand the online, you know, coaching online and everything, and then what to tell people. That I almost like, she kind of took up my whole weekend.
Oh, geez. Okay. Listen, but those people that are willing to work and are excited and doing it, those are the people you invest your time in. So it's fine.
Right. She already is on, like, she hasn't even been a coach a whole week, and she's already talking to 2 people about joining. So she could be Emerald in her first week of coaching. So,
awesome. Oh my God. So exciting.
and my failure was definitely my workouts. I let those slack with vacation and my son's birthday, and I really just put that off. And so I do have to get back on track.
Okay.
And then with the call with Leanne, ever since then, I completely did like a 180 with my invites. And like she was saying, I start at the top, and usually they won't continue to say no. If you start with the business and then go to challenge groups and then go to the customer side, that by the time you get the customer, they usually say yes. And that's really been working. I been trying to contact 5 people a day.
Awesome.
So as of Friday, I had contacted 25 people. 13 of them actually responded to me.
Awesome.
7 of them were interested, and I have 5 of them set up to do a coach sneak peek on the 25th.
Perfect.
And then, like I said, my new coach, she joined. So, just like I said, getting her all in the groove. Still trying to work it into her schedule to get her in on these calls. Though she does so much. I feel like she's my coach now, because she's like, my son's here. I have this, I have that. I go to these different classes. I work out twice a day, and I'm like, gee.
Oh yeah. You're like, I gotta get it together. She's doing all this. I need to get it together.
I need to start doing some more.
All right. Awesome. Well, I mean, it sounds like you had a great week.
Yes, I did really. Not so much with like other than her, like she's been my main success. And now I've been doing a lot more too with contacting people that I really don't know, or like sending friend requests And like Jen said, I've been doing that, you know, hey, I'm just expanding my network. Thanks for accepting my request, that kind of thing.
Perfect.
And then I reached out to a couple of those people. And of course, I reached out to the ones that have back problems, just had babies 2 weeks ago, like those kind of things.
Yeah.
So they have stress, but they have to work out these issues before they can actually sign. So, and I've just been keeping up with them. Hey, did you go to the doctor? How's your back? How's the baby? Those kind of things.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just you're planting seeds and you're making contacts and they'll come around when they're ready. But that's all you could do. The only thing you can do is plant a seed. Like when it harvests, when it comes, that's not, you have no control over that. So that's awesome. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, and I posted, I haven't really been posting videos. One other time I posted a video aside from this past week. And the one I did had so many comments and so many likes and everything. And someone even said that it sounded weird, but that they really love hearing me talk. So that was like a light bulb for me that I was like, wow, like, okay, talking works.
So start making some videos and put them on YouTube.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
search for all kinds of stuff.
Start a YouTube page.
Yeah.
And also I have it now marked into my calendar that every Wednesday I'm going to make a new video.
Perfect.
So that
awesome.
Every week.
Oh, girl, I'm so excited for you.
I know. I love this. And, you know, and I think that's the hardest thing is like being a coach and loving it so much. And it's like you want everybody to join you. And it's like, why don't you listen? Like,
yeah, you're like, why would you quit this thing? This is the greatest thing ever.
Exactly.
I know.
So, and my next video is going to be on my one regret from joining Beachbody is that I didn't do it the first time Nikki asked me 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. Because then, you know, you would have been 3 years ahead. I know.
Yeah, and I look at where she's at, and I'm like, I could be where she's at, but I was like so pig-headed and didn't want to see past the end of my nose at that point, you know?
Right. Well, that's the thing. When you talk to people, that's what you tell them. Like if they don't have money or don't have time, you're like, I did the same thing for 3 years, and now I finally jumped into it, and now I wish I would have done it 3 years ago.
Yeah, and you know, and when I first started with Beachbody, I bought Brazil butt lift with the intent that was going to be my only purchase. I didn't want in a challenge group. I would call Nikki, but I would tell her, like, don't contact me. Like, I don't want to talk unless I have something to say, you know, like I'm doing this by myself, you know?
Right. And look at you now.
And then it got to the point where I was like, I feel like I'm in jail. I'm always alone. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. All I can do is work out. And she like really kicked me in the butt after that, you know, and was like, this is why you need a challenge group. This is why you should let your coach into your life, you know? So, and it was like, now here I am. And back then I was like, I didn't have the money. Coaching was stupid. Anybody who does it is stupid. You know what I mean? Like I had such a bad outlook 3 years ago. And now here I am in the business and I bought 5 workouts to date with this. I had no money, you know, I make the same.
Exactly.
I did.
Exactly. I know. I have the whole Beachbody catalog. I have every workout. I know. I'm the same. I know. All right. Awesome. All right. Let me jump to, God, I don't know. I'm going to say this right. Jerissa? Did they say it right? Did I totally say it wrong? Like Marissa, but with a J?
It's Jasa.
Jasa! Ooh, I love that name.
Oh, thanks.
I was just like reading it like, I have no idea how to say that. Now I know what people feel like when they try to say my name. Okay, I get it.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So how was your week?
It's been good. It's been really good. Yeah. I've signed up 1 coach and 1 discount coach.
Awesome.
I have I invite 5 people a day.
Perfect.
Sunday was the only day that I did not get to.
Okay.
So I have invited 30 people this week. And they're all just cold invites. And then I make sure that I hit at least 3 or 4 people and message them on their Facebook and say, you know, oh, your kid's really cute, or, you know, just get out there so that I'm showing up and on my page and their page.
Perfect.
So that was my success, was my coaches. And then failure is, you know, I had 3 discount coaches stop. One actually quit everything, and the other 2 are teachers, and this month has just been rough on them heading back.
They don't get paid till like the 15th or something, right? Yeah.
Yes. So
my sister's a teacher. Yeah.
And they were like, we're planning on coming back. We just can't, you know,
We're just broke.
Yes. Yeah. They're just broke right now.
Right.
So, but that was like, they were all on the same side. So that was kind of a panic to me, but the coaches that I signed up, I actually put them on that side. So.
Perfect. Now, are those coaches that are teachers, are they local to you?
Yes, they are.
Actually 3 of my coaches run fit clubs in their kids' schools, like right after school. So that may be something you want to think about or have them do. And they do it like right in their gym, and have all the teachers do it. Like, you know, bring your sneakers. We're going to do a quick 30-minute T25 or 21-day fix workout, and do it right in their schools.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And then too, like, they could talk about it. They could bring people in. They can kind of make some money, so they're not in this kind of financial thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That may be a suggestion for you or for them.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And you said it's 5 new people a day, and you added student coaches. So you had a great week.
Yes, I did actually.
Awesome. So where are you at with Success Club?
I'm an oddball this month. I'm actually at Success Club 11.
Awesome! Rockstar!
I know you guys keep saying you've been having struggles, and I do notice a difference, because like July was like out of control. It just, every day was somebody new. And, but yeah, I've been working. My goal was to hit Success Club 10 halfway through the month. So I was just a little bit over.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Perfect. All right. Let me jump to Ashley. You're next, girl. How was your week?
My week was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
I was catching up during the week because I didn't see that the group started before it did, so I was behind on things. So I caught up. So I started recruiting more and inviting more. I tried to invite at least 3 to 5 people, or add 3 to 5 new contacts a day. My struggle has been because I want to form those relationships first. Okay. So it's been more of forming than it has inviting. But I did talk to 3 of my past challengers, who I think would be amazing coaches, and all of them showed interest. So that's exciting. So I'm going to start, I'm going to finish off this week trying to recruit more people to a Coaching at a Glance group. Okay. So I'll start that next Monday. And then, so yeah, my biggest struggle, what I need to work on, is actually inviting at least 5 people a day, and 2 of those being at least to the business, I think, for me. Or even more, probably 3 to the business. Because I personally, I started, so I'm the oddball, I started the end of 2012, but I was still in school, and I had a baby. And so I didn't start working the business until about after Summit last year. And I've kind of struggled with different things because I didn't get in a group like this right away. Right. And I should have looked for it. I don't know.
Right. Who is your upline?
My upline is, my personally sponsored is not working the business at all. Okay. So my Star Diamond upline is Danny Judd.
Oh, okay. I feel like I knew your name because she's my personally sponsored coach too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I kind of feel that I'm way behind and that I should be farther than I am. So,
no. Don't feel like that. No, don't feel like that. Just start where you are and start now and just let it go. Because I feel like that too, because I started the same time as Nikki and Melanie, and I'm like, hello, I'm stuck here at 5-star. Like, I should be so much further, but I'm not, and I'm okay with that. You have to kind of let it go from your own ego and just know, like, it is what it is. I can't change yesterday. I can only do now and focus and move forward. So it's okay.
Exactly.
Let it go.
And that's what I've kind of started doing, is just like letting him go. I'm starting now. I'm a new coach now.
There you go. It's okay.
So every summit I become a new coach.
Yeah, no, I mean, nobody's be like, well, she's been a coach for 3 years and now she's just starting to run the business. Like, nobody's ever going to say that. Nobody even cares. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm just starting to get more organized and really, like, I feel like I understand everything way better than I did when I first started. I was so overwhelmed with everything.
Right.
So I kind of, like, pushed off things more than I should have. But,
right.
Like, I have a whiteboard right here with, like, all the people that I want to work with. I'm starting this 5-day clean eating challenge, and I have, like, 16 people who want in on it.
Awesome. How many days are you doing it for?
I'm just doing it for 5 days.
Perfect.
So it's going to be super quick.
Perfect. That's all you want it to be. And stuff like that, like, you can post, like, in groups, like a mom group or couponing group, whatever, just like, hey guys, I'm starting, this free group. It's just going to help us focus on teen eating. I'll kind of teach you what it is. It's free. There's no obligations. Send me a friend request so I can add you to the group.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. I will definitely do that. And I also thought of an idea of doing a Pinterest challenge. And so there's a Pinterest group on my base, because we're in the Air Force. I'm in Japan right now. It's Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Oh, Jesus.
So I just got a ton of, like, requests on that, like, saying they wanted to do something. So we're even, like, going to get together and, like, do Pinterest stuff. So
that's awesome. And that's like
that I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and that's totally, like, untapped. Like, I have a Pinterest account. I went on it once to find, I think it was a haircut I wanted to do or something. I have no idea how it works. I don't understand it. So if you get it and people are into it, like, run with the wind with it.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. And what else? So really, like, I just want to start being more consistent with inviting. Like, I was reading, what book was I reading? Eat the Frog.
Oh, yeah.
And so I put off inviting until the very end of my day, and I'm, like, exhausted and tired. And I'm just going to start doing it in the mornings and get it out of the way. All of my invites, all of my added contacts I'm going to do in the morning from now on, because I just keep lacking on that. So that's my plan.
Yeah, and that sounds like your big ugly frog that you have to do first. But yeah, definitely. And, like, inviting is not scary. Like, you're inviting them into this great, amazing thing we have. So don't be scared of it or scared to people to talk about it. Like, what is the worst thing somebody's going to tell you? No? Okay, that's okay. That doesn't mean no forever. That just means no right now. I don't know what you're talking about, but no. And most people don't even say no. They just don't answer you. So, I mean, there's really nothing to be scared of, right? How many messages have you gone back and forth and you're like, yes, this person and I changed their life, and then you never hear from them again. You're like,
Because I just have a lot of discount coaches, because I didn't really understand the business part when I first started. I thought, well, discount, I have a lot of military people just around me. That's easy.
Right.
But I realize now that that's not what I can do. So I'm changing my mindset, switching it to the business, and, like, just starting brand new, because pretty much everyone but one is actually doing something. So, and my husband, they canceled his account, which they didn't send me a notification, nothing, telling me nothing. And I was like, okay.
Did you call and fight with them?
I was actually in the States, and my husband, I didn't get the consent letter done, so he had to call. And I don't think he did, because it doesn't faze him. He doesn't understand.
Was he at the top of your business?
Yes, he was at the top of my business.
Was he on your weak leg or your strong leg?
My weak leg. But now it's my strong leg.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Do you have a strong leg? Because your coach is inactive completely?
Danny has put a really strong coach under me
Okay.
on my left side. So that one is just like, that coach is like just building like crazy. So that is the one leg that's building the most volume now.
Okay, well then re-sign him up and put him on the other leg.
Okay. I got to see when they officially canceled his coaching thing, because I have to do that 6-month period, don't I? Have to wait?
No. You only have to wait 6 months if you want to switch to a different coach. You can re-sign him up tonight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Just re-sign him up. And just, I mean,
I'm so excited.
yeah, so like if you need Success Club points, sign him up with a challenge pack. But if you don't need Success Club points, just pay the $40 to sign him up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sign him up.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, so re-sign him up.
Awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's only if you want to switch, like if you wanted your husband to be under somebody else or what, you know what I mean? That's only that 6-month waiting period is for.
Perfect.
All right, awesome.
I'm so glad I knew that.
Yeah, see? So glad you got on this call, right? At Wednesday morning at 10 a.m.
I know. Kind of
All
cuts
right.
my day. No, you can't come over to my house yet.
Yeah. No. After 12. I have a business call. All right, awesome. Okay, I have somebody else, and there's no name, but you have a blue sweatshirt on. I'm so sorry, I don't know who you are.
That's okay. I'm Valerie.
Hi. Yes.
All right. So I started adding people, to my contacts every day. Like now it's up to like 3 to 5 instead of just doing 1.
Okay.
And I started doing a lot more invitations this past week to the business, and I started thinking about like my dream team and on it, like all the people that I've ever been involved with fitness and work and that sort of thing. So I did contact them in some kind of like cold invites because I haven't talked to them in a long time. So my failure is actually them rejecting me because they have other opportunities that have come their way that aren't Beachbody.
Girl, that's not no failure. That doesn't count. That's not a failure. You put it out there. It's not a failure that they didn't accept. Don't take that as a failure.
Yeah. Well, so I did have I have a friend of mine that's signing up as a coach, and one of my coaches under me became Emerald, and has kept adding coaches. So that's been a success of mine, and just being more consistent with inviting people has been kind of a success for me.
Okay.
I'm trying to work more on recruiting coaches and my personal development. So
okay.
I'm only at Success Club 5 right now. So.
Girl, that's awesome. That's all you need. You don't really need to go any higher than 5. 5 and 10 is not really that big of a difference. Like in your business, I mean, your business wise, yes, but like your added benefits from Beachbody it's not like a huge difference. So Success Club 5 is you already locked it in. And how long have you been a coach?
I've been a coach since March, but I wasn't really active in it until June.
Until June. Okay, awesome. So what made you kind of be active in it?
I actually saw a friend of mine from childhood post on Facebook about how successful they were with Beachbody coaching.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is real. Like, these are people from my hometown. Like, I'm going to do it. Yeah. So
awesome. It
just really pushed me to do more for it. And, I saw the potential for it. So,
awesome.
Yeah,
all right, good. So are you loving it?
I love it. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm like really consistent with my workouts and my clean eating, and, getting a lot of attention from it with my posts and everything. So
awesome. And who was your upline?
Stephanie Meyer.
Oh my God. I didn't know that was you who hit like a bazillion Success Club points last month.
Yeah. Well, 33.
33 is pretty awesome, girl.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
I mean, that was a lot of customers, so
that's
I had
okay.
3 coaches sign up last month. So,
okay.
So, I'm trying to, recruit more coaches this month.
So all those customers that you signed up, did you do a challenge group with them?
Yeah, I did a challenge group, Fit for the 4th. So it was a 10-day clean eating group getting ready for the 4th of July.
Okay.
I just invited everybody I know.
Okay.
And joined groups and invited all those people that, posted about it in the groups and got people interested that way.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how I got most of those customers, and then other people that just saw me doing it every day.
Okay. So what did you do with all these customers after that group?
I have talked to most of them about becoming a coach, and also just signing up, either friends or family that might be interested in the programs.
Yeah, well, I would definitely do like a 30-day challenge group, at least give them like somewhere to go. Are they in like a customer support group or anything? Are they in any other groups besides just your 10-day group?
Yeah, so they're in the customer support group. We've done a sneak peek at coaching group that I invited a lot of them to. And then also like a 30-day challenge group and then a 60-day challenge group for any Beachbody coach or customer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, awesome. All right, so what are you going to work on for this week?
Well, this week, I just want to stay more consistent with inviting people every day. I did 3 invites yesterday and 2 today. So just make sure I'm consistent with that, with, inviting coaches. And I'm going to do a Shakeology challenge group. So
awesome. Perfect. All right, good. All right, did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody.
I didn't go yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you on the phone?
That's okay. Yeah, I called in, so maybe you don't see me.
Yes, no, I'm sorry. I just see a little phone.
It's Kelster's iPhone, but I just dialed in. Sorry.
No, that's okay. All right, go ahead, go.
Okay. I'm under JSA. I'm Emerald Coach. I have 3 coaches under me. This past week, I made 29 contacts. And a lot of people responded and said they either weren't ready or they, want a program like this winter or something. So that was good. I actually had more people respond back that I surprised that even responded back. So that was a success. Another success I had was I had one of my 3 coaches sign almost 2, but just 1 coach under her. So that was good. And I just started really working the business like the end of June. So, but I'm pushing towards Diamond as fast as I can.
Awesome.
So that's why I'm here. And let's see, I wrote some notes down that as we were going through. I have 3 that are like on the verge of signing, and they would be great. They're in a coaching sneak peek this week, and there's 3 people that I just didn't even think would, consider. Like I didn't even ask them about it. Like I asked when the one was like really responding to like her challenge group that she's in, and she was like posting all the time and asking tons and tons of questions. So I just took that opportunity. I was like, is this something that you're interested in? I can put you in this coaching sneak peek. And of course she jumped on it and she's in there and active. So that was great because I think having active coaches are good, instead of just discount. Obviously you need discount coaches too, but I'm talking a lot, sorry.
No, okay.
Let's see. I work out pretty much every day. I drink my shakes every day. I'm doing my Facebook posts. I'm not always reading. I'm more of putting personal development on my phone and YouTubing, and because I have 2 small children, and so anything in the background, just listening is my personal development because we're always on the go. Let's see. I had one client that I thought I could sign her up, so this is kind of disappointment as a person, preferred customer, well, I guess discount coach. And but she just, and she was supposed to call me because I think sometimes I'm finding like when I talk to people about it, instead of messaging them a lot, they understand things better, and then they, you know, so I wanted to talk to her on the phone, but she didn't call, and so what she did, she just reordered Shakeology. On top of that, the good news was she ordered 2 bags instead of 1. So she didn't become a preferred customer or discount coach, but she also ordered 2 bags. So I'm not sure what's better in that situation right now, but
Right.
so that's one thing that was good and bad.
Right.
I think that's all.
Awesome. So you said you've been a coach since June?
Yeah, well, I signed up as a discount coach in April, but I posted one thing in June, and then this person was asking me about it, and I was like, oh, well, and then I talked to Jason, and she was like, well, actually, you can give them your site. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then it just started from there.
Oh, good. Okay.
And then by July, I was like, all right, in Emerald, and now I'm pushing to Diamond because
Awesome.
I can do this, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, getting on the phone is definitely, I find it easier just to kind of, you know, they can kind of hear it and ask a million questions. Sometimes like the personal connection gets lost going through Facebook or going through email, whatever. I like to get on the phone too.
yeah, I listened to the call last Thursday, and
Tara Carr?
on her. I'm sorry, what did you say?
The girl Tara, who did the call, Tara Carr?
Yeah, she's like pregnant with her 3rd kid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She was just saying like that, you know, she does calls and stuff, and I was like,
Yes.
yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because I personally felt that I would have understood things a lot better in the beginning, like it's just speaking over the phone. And so Jason and I do once a week calls, and you know, I think sometimes I can, you know, I pick up the phone and I'll just call her because it's just easier to talk about it. So yeah, that's I'm finding is better. And then also, I mean, on the side note, I was randomly at the park, and I've always been into working out and health and fitness, and but I always ran a lot, and like for 3 months I just committed to these programs for 30 minutes a day, and I found more results. And I just randomly had like 2 moms be like, what are you doing? Like, you know, and I didn't even have my business card, and I would have been like, you know, but I think it's like already making, you know, a big difference, and people are noticing. And
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, don't worry about the business card. I always just ask for their Facebook stuff. I'm like, hey girl, you on Facebook? You know, here's my stuff. Or yeah, I do it that way. Yeah, just get them as any way that you can get their contact information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. What are your goals for this week?
I try to reach out to like between 20 and 30 people a week.
Awesome. That's great.
Trying to find these 3 coaches that are in the sneak peek. And just continue my workouts and shakes and personal development in my Facebook posts.
Perfect. Awesome.
And tracking everything. I put everything on Excel, and I just been tracking.
There you go. Awesome. Awesome. Well, you're doing everything great. You have everything set up and tracking and posting, and so.
Thanks.
Awesome. Okay, I have somebody else on the phone, and I can't see who it is. So
I'm on the phone. This is Mandy.
Hey, Mandy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How was your week?
It's good. Getting better.
Okay.
Getting better. I still feel like I'm so new and I have so much to learn. I wasn't quite sure if I was even ready to be in this group, to be honest, because I just started coaching in early July.
Okay.
And even at that, I was out of the country for a week of July, so I missed, you know, kind of a week of training and trying to get caught up. I do work full time. I have 3 kids. I have a baby who is 21 months and very demanding, and then I have 2 older children that are almost 10 and 13 that keep me busy after work. So that's actually why I'm on the phone, because I didn't even get home until like 8 o'clock tonight, and I was trying to get dinner and get things cleaned up while I'm listening to the call.
Right.
So time management, I would say, is probably my biggest struggle right now, just trying to learn everything and fit it all in. Because pretty much Monday through Thursday, I'm gone from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Who is your upline?
My upline is Jamie Gensel, and then my diamond is Morgan Puckrin.
Okay. Okay, so all right, so busy mom. And you work full-time, you said?
I do. I work full-time, which I do at least have a little bit of flexibility that I kind of keep my Facebook open when I'm at work, that, I'll try and post here and there, and I'll send some invites, which, I mean, that's something that in the last week I'm getting better at, that part of it. I feel like my first month I had so many people just reaching out to me. I hit Success Club 21 my first month.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. So I get my call on Thursday with the Carl Dykler.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, and then you get all these, and then the next month you're like, okay, everybody bought from me. Now what do I do? Now I have to like start actually doing work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm new to Beachbody.
Right.
I signed on last month. I wanted to try the shakes. I tried the shakes, and I immediately said, okay, I've got to do this. And I was going to be a discount coach, and I kind of just got, I don't want to say I got thrown in, but I kind of just jumped in feet first with the training, and it was a little overwhelming, like I said, because I am kind of busy trying to learn it all, trying to fit it all in, and I was in two coaching groups, an Emerald group,
Yeah. Do you have coaches underneath
groups.
you?
What's that? I have 2 coaches underneath me. Yeah, I made Emerald my first month.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. So
and they're both brand new too. So like they've never tried Beachbody. I guess this is maybe an area as far as finding coaches. It's like I feel like I didn't want to pressure them on the business part of it right away. I wanted them to try the product. And
so you
if
have
they don't like the product, it's a waste of my time and their time to get them signed up as coaches.
Yeah. So you have to kind of see where they're at and kind of let them do whatever they want to do, especially if they didn't come into it as a business. But the good thing is that you're new and they're new, so you guys can kind of all learn together.
Right.
But the biggest thing from you is definitely going to be time management. So I would not keep Facebook open during the day when you're at work. I would get up, do a post in the morning, on your lunch break, open it and work, and then like maybe a half hour at night do it. Because what happens is if you are already all over the place with kids and sports and work and stuff, you're never going to be able to be 100% focused on where you are. And that is not fair to your job, and it's not fair to your Beachbody business, and you're going to burn out very quickly. So don't feel like you have to do everything, you have to be everywhere for everyone. Just be where you are.
That's my personality to a T right there.
No, I'm the exact same way. But you in this business, you could work Beachbody 24 hours a day. Like you could not sleep for 8 hours and work Beachbody those 8 hours, but you're not going to be able to function. So it's not worth it to invest all this time and try to do work and try to message somebody and go back and forth, because you're not giving 100% to anybody at that time. And it's not fair to you. It's not fair to your job. It's not fair to your customer. It's not fair who you're talking to. It's not fair to anybody. So you're going to have to be a little bit more focused on your time. Like listening to the call now and cooking dinner and stuff, that's totally fine. But like when you have to interact with people and go back and forth, it's not fair, because you don't want to send a message to somebody and then you not be able to get back to them for 24 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I do like at least being able to use my messenger. It's so much easier when I'm at work. I'm at my desktop. Typing and sending messages is so much faster than when I'm
but then
on the phone.
So then give yourself like 30 minutes. Like if you're at work and you're like, okay, I don't have anything to do for the next 30 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it is, just do it all in one shot and then close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're not. It's like you can manage everything now, but like when you manage it, when you have 50 customers and 10 coaches underneath you and their coaches have coaches and
Right.
everybody needs you, you're not going to be able to manage it. So you kind of have to like set those habits now,
That makes sense.
or else you're
Right.
not going to be able to do it. Because I mean, I did it like when I first started, like I stood up and for hours and just watched training and YouTube and this and learned everything I could about the business. But then like I would go to work the next day and I would be a zombie because I stayed up all night learning this business. So
Right.
it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like it's okay to manage it now, but you're not going to be able to do it forever. So definitely,
I got you.
and especially like with your kids, like you don't want to be like, you know, at soccer practice and be like texting away because you actually have 20 minutes to sit down. Like you want to be involved with your kids and what they're doing and give you their attention because they kind of notice it. Like they won't really notice it at first, but like, like if I go in, like when I put my kids to sleep, like if I go in there with my phone, they're like, Mom, really, you're on your phone? Like, you know what I mean? So they start noticing it. So you don't want to kind of put this business in front of anything else. So like, don't put it in front of your family time or your husband time or your kid time. Like be where you are. That's like the number one advice I could give you. Like, since you're already busy, because you have to, you know what I mean? Like you're doing, I'm going to assume that you're doing this business to help your family. So you have to always honor them first before this.
Right.
You know, so if you have 30 minutes, like everybody goes to bed, the kitchen's clean, it's 10 o'clock, I have to 10:30, I can bang everything out in 30 minutes instead of wasting 2 hours going back and forth and this and that and being crazy. You know what I mean? Like if you're that type of personality, if you have concentrated focus for 15 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever it is, you'll get, you know, it's like when you have to put the laundry away and you have 10 minutes before your kids get off the bus, like you're going to get all the laundry done in those 10 minutes because that's the only time you have. You have to treat the business like that now because you're so busy.
Okay.
Yeah. So your biggest success and failure this week?
Well, I guess failure for right now is still kind of, you know, time management.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing about the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting much better at the inviting, the forming. I do have a challenge group, a 30-day Shakeology challenge group starting September 1st, which I've gotten good response on. So I did hit Success Club 4 today. I should be 5, but customer service kind of screwed me over on an order that I haven't been able to get fixed. But I think I have at least 2 more challenge packs that are going to go through by the end of this week. So I should hit Success Club 10 by the end of the month.
Awesome. That's great. And then you have 1 more month and you get the free trip to Nashville. Well, the free ticket to Nashville.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. Exactly. So, and I'm in my 3rd week of the 21-day fix, which that's another thing is I had lost some weight before I started Beachbody, but I really didn't feel like I have a full Beachbody transformation to share. So come Monday, then I want to be able to share my full story from where I started, you know, even before Beachbody in January when I was like 180 pounds to where I am now, which come Monday will hopefully be about like 140 pounds. So I'm anxious to get that out there because when I did post my results last month from my 3-day refresh, I had a ton of hits. I had a lot of people order the challenge pack for that. So I think once people see my next, what's the word? I just lost my train of thought. My next like transformation that I post, I think I'll get a lot of response on that as well.
Yes. Awesome. All right, good. So what are you going to work on this week?
This week, I'm going to continue to work on adding friends and inviting people. I've been inviting more people to the challenge group. I have one girl who, gosh, I haven't probably talked to or seen for close to 15 years, maybe 18 years.
Wow.
Who, you know, we are friends through Facebook, and I noticed that she was liking a lot of my posts and, you know, kind of reached out to her. She's going through a divorce, and I really honestly thought she was going to be a no. But she's not a no. She's a yes. I definitely want to, but it's going to take me a couple of weeks to make that work in my budget, but this is something that I want to do. You know, so I talked about the coaching and, you know, she could use that to make some extra money, and she's very gung-ho and excited about doing it. So I thought that was a positive.
Awesome. That's great.
And she's down really. She's in Florida. She's not even anywhere near me. She's like, "Can I do this long distance?" I said, "Absolutely. You know, as your coach, I'm gonna support you, whether it's on the phone or through Facebook or through our challenge groups. You know, I'm not gonna."
Where in Florida is she? Do you know?
I do not know. I think she's in West Palm.
Oh, that's like 20 minutes away from me.
Oh, well, there.
Yeah.
I'll send her,
And
I'll
then
send
there's
her to you.
yeah, no, they have really big, like Super Saturday stuffs here in Miami, which is probably like 45 minutes from her. So there's a huge, huge Beachbody thing down here. So it's not like, she's not like in the middle of the woods somewhere by herself.
No, but this is all new to her. But she's, like I said, she's seen my posts, and she's been. I noticed that she was following those, so I had reached out to her.
Perfect.
And like I said, she's in the middle of going through a divorce.
That's
like a recent
okay.
Divorce, and I really was expecting a no, or let me think about it. But she was really gung ho and excited about doing it. And her response is, "It's going to take me a week or two to make my budget, to get this into my budget, but I'm going to do this." So
Awesome.
I thought that was great.
Awesome. All right, so don't get overwhelmed and just keep going one step at a time, and you'll learn everything. It's okay. Take your time.
I'll get there.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Anybody else that I miss?
I didn't go yet.
Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, darling. I didn't even realize I missed you. Go ahead.
Okay, so new contacts. I added 40 new people on Facebook.
Awesome.
And then just by talking to people, I added about 9.
Awesome.
That I knew already, but talked to more about the business.
Right.
Shakeology.
Right.
But I really only talked to like 4 people about the business. The rest were just, talking about Shakeology and the programs.
Right.
My biggest success is that I finally posted about the business today. And I got a few likes on it so far. I just put it up at like 8:30.
Okay.
Didn't know the best time to do it. I didn't know if I should wait till tomorrow and do it in the morning, or if I should do it tonight.
Well, see how it goes, and then delete it and repost it again in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I put a few likes on it.
Good.
And somebody commented about one of my classes on that, which it had nothing to do with my class, but whatever. And my biggest, and also the 40 new friends on Facebook, because I just went through when I started friend requesting, like a lot of people that I actually had 94 friend requests that I didn't know about. Going through them, adding them. I didn't add everyone because a lot of them were like industry people from like the, like promoters and stuff.
And creepers. Yeah, I don't add any guys.
So I did mostly the girls.
Yeah.
And I went into the studio that I teach class at, onto their page, and I looked at all their followers, and I found because I figured they're into working out. So
you know what you should do is you should post, put like a flyer or something there.
A flyer?
Yeah, like something like they can rip off, like with your email or like contact info, like something.
Oh yeah.
Like, because isn't that guy closing or something?
He's closing. I was actually thinking about buying the business.
My little entrepreneur at heart.
But yeah, I don't know if I could handle it right now. I have too many other things going on that I don't think I could like put my whole heart into it. So
yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I should just wait on it. But I'm actually not teaching right now. We're starting up classes again in September. Because it's been so slow in August.
Yeah.
With everything, even the salon has been slow.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe post I wouldn't post like a fitness thing because it's like at a fitness, right? It's at a gym.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's a studio. It's not a gym.
So what does that mean? Like they teach Zumba and stuff there?
Yeah, they just do classes pretty much.
Yeah. So then I would do something kind of business related, and put, I work from home, make extra money,
yeah,
something kind of like that, and leave the little tarot things where they can call you or email you or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I was telling my people, the people that were coming to class about PIO, because it's PIO class. So
right.
And you could do this at home, because they were saying they wanted more classes, and I said, well, you could do it at home, and just do it in your living room. And they're like, oh, really? So I gave them, I got their Facebook information. And I added them. I told them, I posted.
Yeah, and all of the people who come to your class should be on Shakeology. So make sure you talk about Shakeology in class, or bring your Shakeology to class.
Yeah, usually I bring like the shaker cup it just so they could see the name.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like at the end of class, like just shake it up. Like just do it with water. Even if you don't drink it, just bring it.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, what is she drinking after class? Maybe I need that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been telling a lot of people about Shakeology. Just even like random people that I come across, I'm like, oh, you should drink Shakeology. It's so good for you. Like I was out yesterday having lunch and I was telling like this guy about it. And people see, like some people know what it is and some people have no idea. So
yeah,
I get samples, business cards that I had made up.
Perfect.
So this week I'm going to follow up with everyone that I've given samples out to recently.
Are you keeping track?
Yeah, I'm keeping track. I know who I'm giving samples out to.
Perfect.
I have to get the business activity tracker going.
Yeah.
Fill it in online or they have to be printed out?
You can like so save it from the back office, like save it into like Excel or Word or whatever, or as a PDF. I think you could save it, and then once you save it to your computer, like open it up, close it, and then open it up, and you can edit it on your computer, and it'll stay like that.
Okay, and then I could do it for each day, or do I have to delete?
No, it'll stay every time you save it. Like, you know, you fill it in and it'll stay, but you have to like save it like as Excel. Like you can't go into like the Beachbody website and fill it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I have to start doing that. But I do kind of keep track of everything, but it's kind of unorganized because it's like all over the place. Like,
yeah,
it's all over my apartment with like different information on them.
Yeah, I know.
And, hey, where did I write that down? Like, so I have to put it all together.
Yeah, definitely keep it together.
But my biggest failure were my workouts because I woke up late a few days, so I didn't get my workouts in. And I've been training for this half marathon. So after, like, I ran 9 miles today and I came back and like my whole body just hurts now. So, I don't know if I'm going to be able to work out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Try to, but
I would even share that because that's working out. Even if it's not Beachbody working out, I would still share that you're doing it.
Well, I have my my Run app, so it automatically posts to Facebook when I do a run.
Oh, it does. Okay.
But like today, it put like if you go on my page, like you could see all of my runs that I do. But
yeah, but you know what? I don't think it comes up on the news feed because Facebook kind of blocks those third-party things, so it won't come up. Like I never saw it in the news feed.
Like some people will comment on it or like it, so it only shows up on certain people's news feeds.
Right.
But then today, I didn't get any comments or anything on it, so.
Right.
I don't know.
But I would even post like, oh, I'm running for my, training for my half marathon. I ran 9 miles today. I'm so sore. I don't know if I should be able to work out. Maybe I don't know if I'll be able to work out in the morning. Maybe I'll throw a little plyo stretch in or something just to loosen, just something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So you're going to follow up with the people. And how many new contacts or how many new people are you going to talk to the business about? Or have you talked?
I've talked to I only talked to about 4 people this week about the business.
Okay. 4 is good.
Yeah. They weren't too responsive about it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they kind of seemed interested, but then they're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. And then I was trying to say like, oh, it's really not that, like it's not what you think.
Right.
And, but I didn't really get too into it with them.
Right.
Because most of it was over texting. So I need to start calling people and talking to them on the phone.
Yeah, definitely get on the phone.
Yeah, because everyone that I've spoken to on the phone or in person, well, not everyone, but most of them have ended up doing something like either buying psychology or signing up a coach.
Yeah. Because I know I'm terrible with text messages. Like somebody texts me and I look at it and then I don't respond. And then I'm like, 3 days later, I'm like, oh yeah. I get it. You know what I mean? So texting is not always, especially with something like this, like you want to talk about it and they want to hear your voice and they want to know that you're not sending the same message to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got to follow up too with those 2 that canceled on me
oh, your 2 friends. Right. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Awesome.
Yeah. And my goal is to hit SC5 because I'm only at SC1 right now. So I need to get there.
What did you sell? Shakeology?
Yeah.
They didn't want a challenge pack?
No, she didn't want to work out. She just wanted to try the shakes first. I talked to her about coaching, but she was like, well, let me just try the shakes first and we'll see.
You should have got her the 3-day refresh.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Or you could always sign her up with a challenge bag as a coach and then just have her cancel the Shakeology order.
Yeah.
So, all right, good. All right, do you have any questions? Anybody have questions that's still on? I'm so sorry it's so long. Anybody else? No? You guys are good?
Yeah.
Yes? All right, awesome. All right, well, I recorded it, so I will upload and post the recording. And I'm not sure who's doing next Tuesday's call. We're kind of all rotating. So it'll probably be next Tuesday, probably the same time, 8:30 or 9.
But wait, the call that's on Thursday, is that going to be like the same kind of call as tonight?
Yes, so you don't have to do both.
Okay.
Since
And what's elite call?
Elite call is just the team call. Like, you know how we used to have our team calls on Thursday nights?
Okay.
Yeah, so she's going to have a guest speaker. I don't even know who it is this week. A guest speaker just like on a regular team call.
Oh, okay.
That's Thursday at 9. So that you want to be on. But this call you don't have to be on again.
Okay.
All right?
Alrighty.
All right, ladies. Thank you. And have a great night.
You too.